All right, recording this for YouTube while live streaming on Twitch. Ooh, basketball fans and atmosphere. USA versus Europe. Should be interesting. And we got college now. Huh. And they're playing Sandstorm. Oh wow. And now Europe. And we got soccer ultras, huh? Oh, I see. I think I've seen this one before though. I remember this actually went viral like a while back though. Damn, I got the flares in there. Wow. Hmm. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, that's some insane stuff right there. That is really cool. I seen something like that on TV like long time ago because somebody was making a documentary on it. I forgot what channel it was. I forgot what channel what it was, and I forgot what show it was. It was like a long time ago. But man, oh man, that's some cool stuff right there.
But look at the atmosphere. Amazing. It is literally bouncing, and it's a kind of environment, Joe. You probably played in it as a player. They're standing on that floor now. It's shaking. Yeah. The floor is shaking.
Yeah, you can feel the floor shaking. You can feel the vibrations from the floor, from the noise, from the songs, from the dancing, from everything. It's just an amazing feeling. This is what European basketball all about. This is what Turkish Airlines EuroLeague is all about. Watching stuff like this. It's just lovely to watch. You don't see this anywhere else in the world. I'm sorry, you don't see this kind of thing anywhere else in the world, not in a basketball arena.
Wow. That is oh man. Yo, that's lit. Oh man, oh man. Okay. Oh yeah, I know what this is. They're gonna sing like their song. Wow. Oh my god. That's some crazy stuff right there.
So there's no
Oh man, oh man. Let's see, who are the best fans in European basketball? Ooh, great question.
doubt that the best European basketball fan base is. If I just answered that question with a specific team name, I can just imagine how many people would absolutely rage in the comment section. There probably isn't a more sensitive topic in European basketball than which team's fans are the best. And guess what? There can't be an objective answer to it. But what we can do is look at the atmospheres, the attendance stats, fan loyalty, and what influence do football ultras have. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button if you're a fan of these European fans. While there are a few more passionate fan bases in the NBA,
Against Luka and the Mavs. And again,
there's just no doubt that Europeans are the most devoted basketball fans in the world.
We are the best.
If you don't believe me, you could ask Dante Exum. When he was still playing in the NBA, he would watch clips of Partizan fans.
One of my teammates that I had before, like he loved like Partizan. So he'd always show me videos of Partizan and, you know, they're crazy fans.
Guess what? Now he's seeing them every home game as he landed in Belgrade this season. And that is certainly something that blows the minds of most former NBA players who now play in Europe.
When I first came to Europe, I was really, really surprised. It's just so much different than the NBA fan bases.
Even Kevin Durant, who came to support his former teammate and friend Mike James,
James the runner, got it! Mike James with a little kiss off the glass!
Kevin
so intrigued
Durant.
by Olympiacos fans that he prolonged his trip and attended Game 5 of the EuroLeague quarterfinals in Greece. I have no doubt that Kevin Durant will remember that experience forever.
And it is now a result. A terrific Game 5.
Speaking of unforgettable experiences, I actually had the chance to attend the Belgrade derby last
Whoa.
season, and let me
Did they throw something at a referee? What the heck?
unforgettable experiences. I actually had the chance to attend the Belgrade
Oh,
derby
he
last
did.
season,
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you, there's just no other derby like it anywhere else. Although I'm sure the Greek fans would argue otherwise. Fun fact, during the Panathinaikos and Olympiacos derby games, the courts are protected by huge nets that catch any flying objects that might be thrown on the court. Following the Southern European spirit, the Turkish fans bring a culture of their signature songs and chants that are truly a vibe.
Oh, wow.
On the other hand, other teams like Žalgiris Kaunas prefer a more family-friendly environment. Unless the refs make a bad call.
Žalgiris Kaunas.
While on the subject of loud arenas, fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv also bring a ton of noise in a more laid-back style of supporting. As you probably noticed, both fan bases are using the Viking clap, and I must say I'd still prefer the original. If we keep on looking for similarities between fan bases, the Spanish orchestras in Valencia or Vitoria really remind me of the marching bands we hear in NCAA games.
Corner three-pointer goes for them.
But the Spanish aren't actually the most similar to the American fans. You could argue that this title belongs to German basketball fans, who tend to gravitate towards the NBA culture.
Getting a piece of that one. Backdoor cut is finished by Yovel Zusman.
Knowing how much basketball is growing in Germany, I fully expect them to take it up a notch in the future. Lastly, all of us should be happy that Virtus Bologna is back in the EuroLeague. It's actually the only town in Italy where basketball is followed even more than football, and it really shows during their home games. So those are some of the more unique atmospheres, and I would like to hear in the comments, which kind of atmosphere do you prefer? The insanely passionate one or the PG-13 one? And now let's leave all the subjectivity aside and dive into the numbers. For the sake of keeping it fair, I will obviously ignore all the games affected by COVID and the banning of fans for certain teams. Also, the stats will be from the last 7 EuroLeague seasons, aka from when the current EuroLeague format started. Of course, there's an exception with Partizan Belgrade, who only came back to the league in 2022 after an 8-year halt. You can really tell their fans have missed EuroLeague action, as Partizan tops the attendance chart with the average of over 16,000 fans. but that's only based on the 2022-23 season numbers. If we look at the numbers since 2016, only Žalgiris Kaunas averaged more than 10,000 fans, 12,150 to be precise. It puts them at the #1 spot when compared to all the other teams with multiple seasons under their belts. Probably the biggest surprise for me was Baskonia. They sit at the second place with an average of 9,900 fans a game. That's above clubs like Panathinaikos, Maccabi, or Fenerbahce, who conclude the top 5. Other EuroLeague household names like Real Madrid, Anadolu Efes, Olympiacos, and Crvena Zvezda averaged more than 8,000 each game. It is also very important to note that EuroLeague clubs play in arenas that vary in capacity quite a bit. For example, the smallest arena is Munich's Audi Dome with just 6,700 seats, while Oaxaca in Athens can hold up to 19,000 people. Another interesting element of this puzzle is how teams' results affect the attendance. In order to figure that out, let's look at the attendance numbers season by season and the club's positions in the standings during those years. The best example of bandwagon fans in the EuroLeague is Anadolu Efes. In the 2017-18 season, they finished dead last at the 16th place with the average attendance of only 3,900 people. The next season, they became one of the best EuroLeague teams, finishing 4th, and subsequently, the number doubled to 8,250. In the 2019-20 season, they topped the standings and the attendance grew to 13,100. That is almost 10,000 people more in 3 seasons. If we looked at plain numbers, we could start thinking that quite a few teams have disloyal fans. But that's only if you don't take COVID into account. A lot of EuroLeague teams had their historic lows in terms of attendance the last few seasons. Coincidence or not, Panathinaikos, Fenerbahce, and Žalgiris had one of their worst seasons in 2021-22, which was accompanied by lowest attendance numbers ever. Of course, these teams were dealing with changing government coronavirus restrictions throughout the season, thus not allowing fans to attend in full capacity. Now, it's hard to evaluate Crvena Zvezda and their fans because they play in 2 different arenas. One holds up to 19,000 people, while the other just 9. Either way, it seems like despite teams' results, Crvena Zvezda's fans managed to create hell for the opposing team every single time. If there's a fan base we could call the most loyal, the numbers would say that's Maccabi. Their fans have been steadily filling up the Menorah Miftachim Arena that seats just under 11,000 people. While it sounds unbelievable, Maccabi has had an average attendance of 10,000 fans every season, no matter what team's results were. And yeah, that's almost a sold-out arena for 6 seasons straight. Another team that could compete with them is Baskonia. In all 3 seasons from 2016 to 2019, they finished 7th in the standings and had a similar attendance of around 11,500. The 2019-20 season was much worse as the team was at the bottom half of the standings, but the fans stayed loyal with more than 10,000 still attending their games. The only reason they would lose this award to Maccabi is that so far in the 2022-23 season, they averaged just over 7,000 fans.
And, oh, Marcus Howard with a step back. I told you Yui couldn't defend him.
So yeah, ignoring the seasons affected by COVID, it seems that most EuroLeague teams' fans are loyal to their supported club, no matter what the results are. Lastly, we have the phenomenon of football ultras attending basketball games. Obviously, some of the EuroLeague teams share their identity with their football counterparts. Take FC Barcelona, Panathinaikos, or Zvezda for an example. But not all football ultras attend their basketball team's games. Interestingly enough, the Western European clubs' fans don't really cross over. But when we talk about the South and East, the situation is very different. While these ultras help to take the atmosphere to the...
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's not very well known. You know what I mean? I think Oh man, how do you say this? Yeah, I think nobody is not aware of like of European basketball, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I mean, the logos are the same, the colors are the same, but it gets a little confusing sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like they have the same logo, but they play two different sports, you know what I mean? Yeah, just it's very different. All right, let's conclude the video.
The next level, I do wonder how many of them are actually interested in the game of basketball rather than representing their team, city, and the culture.
Whoa, hold on. Yo, let me rewind that. That was
I
crazy.
wonder how many of them are actually interested in the game of basketball rather than representing their team, city, and the culture. So here it is, the 4 main criteria that could really help determine the ultimate fan base of European basketball. Of course, I won't be able to do that, so let's fight it out in the comments. I cannot wait to see who do you guys think have the best fans. Make sure to like this video if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and even more importantly, check out our new BM Plus platform here, where you will find even more exclusive basketball content just for you. And I'll
All right, that's pretty cool.